So if I sound a little gravelly, it's because I've been sneezing my brains out the last 5 minutes. Oh,
Well,
there we go.
look, my father used to always say it's better to get it out than to keep it in.
I think that might be a lot of truth in
Right.
that.
So
Well, I'll
yeah,
tell you this, gents, you two are very difficult to get time with at the same time. Robert's on his way to the airport to his honeymoon. He's going on a
right.
cruise, 11-day cruise down here in Florida. So I'll see him tonight too. We're meeting with some people. But I'm going to get straight into what I see. I have known Robert for several years. Ty, I've been knowing for probably 10 years now at this point. You
Yeah.
both are at the top of your game. And I don't say that lightly. Robert literally wrote the training for people to become licensed franchise consultants. So he's the one creating the continued education. He's been in it 30 years, but he's about to disrupt the market because he doesn't like what's going on in the market, how people have just bought jobs pretty much. So he's created
Okay.
his plan of investor, manager, operator. He has a new book coming out. He has 36 books. He's a past former rocket scientist who actually transitioned into, he has a doctorate in business as well as um, in the, what is it, the other one? He has ministry. You have,
Me, well, yeah, I have a ministry degree plus I have a Juris Doctorate for law.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he's credible and he has, but the biggest thing that he's done, he's helped people change their
Well, I don't know
lives.
about that.
Yeah. Yeah, and so he's helped people get into franchising, helps them buy, sell them, and then franchise their businesses out if they aren't franchisors. So
Okay.
he and I connected, and I fell in love with what he's doing because what I'm doing in the real estate space, a lot of people don't have the amount of capital needed to put down, or if they do have the capital, they don't want to wait 3 or 4 years before they can start cash flowing some of the type of cash flow that does in the service space, where people are buying franchises for 250,000 or less, more than that, some of them that he's done, that are cash flowing way faster than these assets of buying real estate. And a lot of people, especially young money, they're wanting cash flow right now, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's helped a lot of brands that you know and a lot of people know. But now where he's going is going into the seminar space where he's spoken a lot, but he has this new book he's launching. He has a funnel. He's looking for a funnel. He's not a funnel guy, but he
Okay.
knows that he needs one. He has the book, going to the webinar, web or to the course. He created the course already, going to the webinar, and then the webinar, then to the high ticket. And then after the high ticket training, these are people that are looking and serious about buying a franchise. Then they end up buying a franchise at the end. So he has a really good and high ticket back end, but he doesn't have the traffic or whatever. Like I said, he has 36 books. He has a book on Amazon now, and he's launching another one that's going through the process now. So he has this
It's live
one.
now too.
Okay.
As of this morning, Emma, they've taken it live. That was
Gotcha.
live, of
So
course, been live. Yeah.
so he has several, but no like marketing strategy or plan to like push it. It's just been kind of networking, right? So I don't think there's somewhere on Kindle, right? And I want to go through just kind of these goals. And on top of that, let me just talk about Ty. I know Ty is very systematic with his team, is lean. They don't want to necessarily go out and do too much that are not in what they're doing right now. But one of the things that I fell in love with is his ability to do done for you services. So he does a done for you typic topic and niche already created, or a done for you on a topic of your choosing, which is, in a higher price. When I'll let Ty talk about that. My thing of what I saw was three things. Number one, the simple low hanging fruit is just, where to point him in the right direction to get his Amazon, get his books making some passive revenue, whether that's Amazon ads or whatever, getting some cash flow from his Kindles. Like that's easy, simple, low hanging fruit. Number
Right.
two is a little bit more, but looking at, okay, what Robert has, the material that he has, what he really wants to do is get butts and seats. I want to help him get butts and seats. And he wants me to kind of help also be on the stages because I am taking a 30-hour course to sell franchise with him. I've already sold two, and I've
Okay.
inked a deal for a person of a young black brother that I love has now a franchisor. I don't know if you knew this or not, Ty, but there was only like five black franchisors out of 4,000 in the last 20 years. I think 50 now. And the company that's doing that, I met them last night. The guys, Jamaican cast that own Golden Crust.
Yeah.
But
I,
we
I
signed a
actually I actually met him at EYL,
investments. Yep.
the Invest
Are you
Fest. Yep.
losing?
A couple of years
Okay.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him last night and he's really passionate about it. But Robert has been doing this for so long that we ended up taking on the contract to help sell and move the units. Okay.
Okay.
So there's opportunity there. The issue is the marketing side, getting people to come in through the funnel of the digital side, et cetera, to get them to the end game. Right. Um, I'm having him talk to some other folks that there's some people, he has some people in his go high level that can do the grunt work and things of that nature. So he has some of that, but he doesn't have somebody that could just say, hey, can you just put this into a funnel or system or done for you? Right. That's the second thing. The last thing, which I think would come after a longer in-depth conversation, is selling this to other franchisees, selling a package deal of 5, digital courses with marketing retainers or what have you, and say, hey, because Robert usually tells somebody, hey, it's going to cost you 50,000 for this franchise fee, another 100,000 for marketing, for setup, for staff, for blah blah blah, and then now in the next year or so, you're able to create XYZ return. That's typically what happens. I don't think anybody's doing it in a digital space where the margins are literally the highest. And I think nobody has known how to blend the two. Like I say, that's a longer conversation, but I know that people have the capital in his network to buy one to several of them. The only issue is they don't know how to market, or they may not know how to market. And then Robert also owns his own CRM, so I'm not sure what the synergies are there. So those are the 3 bigger buckets that I wanted you all to know. And then Ty, I'll let you ask whatever questions you need to based on your capacity of what you are even interested in out of what I just said. Did I miss anything?
I would say one thing before Ty, you share with me your information is I have in these 35 years, of course, been able to do, did I lose you guys?
Nope, we got you loud and clear.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I lost my screen there for a second. The in these 35 years of doing this, I've done about 350 brands, so I've got a little bit under my belt.
Okay.
And in the process of doing that, one of the things that I recognized is that I can grow but what I can say no to. So, back when I first started, if it fogged the mirror, I sold it, right? But now all these years later, we don't sell too much brick and mortar franchises anymore, just because it takes too doggone long to get your money back.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not that they're bad businesses if you got patience for it. But most people in America today want instant coffee, instant tea, and instant success.
Or Instagram, which is part of
right. And so we just need to, I'm saying that, so I created this new brand called Investment Grade Franchising.
Okay.
And I got these very specific metrics that make that thing cook out, where it breaks even 6 to 18 months, depending on the business. And so as a result, that means you get all your money back in 6 to 18 months instead of 5 to 7 years. But it inherently has to be a service-based business. And that's why I'm kind of, in addition to how you might be able to help me, I'm kind of excited about this strategy that Ed's talking about here, where we could create a business where people could get into the digital marketing business as a franchise, where we would serve them up certain products that they would then go promote.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think that could be a big business. So I'm gonna hush now and listen, because I've learned a lot listening over the years, and so I'm gonna just listen for a little bit and let you tell me how to make this thing work, if that's all right.
No, so I want you to keep talking, because I've got a couple of questions. So you said a few things that really piqued my interest. So you said you're selective, which is where I'm at now. Very
selective. Very selective now.
Yeah, I've gotten to that point as well, because I got to the point where I want to only work on the things that I want to work on with the people that I want to work with on the things that I enjoy doing. So you've been around long enough, Robert, and I'm sure you have, Edmund, where you know that all money is not good money, and there's some people that could be more of a headache than having 3 or 4 wives.
Absolutely.
Right. So you said brick and mortar is out the window, but it's more service-based businesses. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
I'll give you a
Give me an
classic
example.
example. I'll give you a classic example of a business you would never think of is that, and this is quartz. And it's spelled CORTZ. Well, here it is. You bring it up on the screen. It's
Okay.
CORTZ.com. I came up with that brand, by the way, CORTZ.com. This guy was a tennis pro 25 years ago, and he had an injury and he hurt his hip and he had to have a hip replacement. And he was playing with Agassi and those kind of guys. His name's David Klimbeth. And so he's on the cover of magazines and all that stuff, just like you'd expect any, first level tennis pro would be. But then he decided, well, I can't play professional tennis anymore. Maybe what I'll do a coach. And then he realized after about a few months of doing that, that wasn't his thing. But he hated the courts he was having to train people on because they weren't the quality of the courts that he used to play on.
Okay.
So as a result, I met him 2.5 years ago. We sat down and we talked about it. We masterminded how to create the first national pickleball, basketball, and tennis court resurfacing company. And we're doing it. I mean, we're going to be featured in January in Entrepreneur Magazine. I think it's Fortune Business in February. And come March, we're going to be on Fox News with Kevin Harrington. So it's just one right after another now are doing this. We sold 15 franchises in the month of September. Okay. But all that don't matter. What matters is the people that are buying this franchise are making $200,000 to $500,000 their first year.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Now, do you guys
on
teach
an
them how to
investment
market
of less than $125,000?
Got it. So now with this, as part of franchise packaging, are they also getting marketing? Are you teaching them how to market?
Well, as much as I know, I'm good. I'm the blueprint guy. I'm the architect, right? I know how to take something and take it from an idea and get it to commercialization.
Got it.
I need other people, once it's in commercialization, to take it to the moon. And, when I was at NASA, I was the rocket scientist for the first 14 space shuttles. And what I can tell you is I knew when my job was over, it was 8 minutes and 22 seconds. I had to hand it off to somebody else because I had them in orbit in 8 minutes and 22 seconds. Okay. And so I spent 3 years planning for 8 minutes and 22 seconds, but the next guy had to take them through orbit. And another guy had to teach them how to land, right? So it was, and I've learned it's better to hand it off. Now, we own two major projects. I'm now a principal in courts, but I also own a company called Fran Tools, which is our software package where we help manage franchisors' back offices. Okay. I'm a systems engineer by training before I get all that other stuff. So as a result, I know a little bit about technology. But I know what I know, and I know what I don't know right now. And I understand you can't keep up with everything. So I chose to specialize in one area. You specialized in another. Together, we can probably make a lot of money, is what I'm saying. But that's the situation. So go ahead and ask me some more questions.
No, so this is the CRM that you were talking about, Edmund, I take it.
Correct. CRM, it's a CRM, it's an LMS, it's all that stuff.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
right,
and he does have some marketing because I had someone who bought two of these courts, and he does have a system to kind of get them their first leads and such. But
I forget the name of it. We bought the big platform that uses AI that can make all the ads and do all that stuff through about 14 channels.
Is it?
And
okay.
And so we bought that platform, white labeled it for us, and it's very good. I mean, you can give it a headline and some content and a few pictures, and it'll figure it all out. It'll run all the tests for you, do all that stuff, and come back and say, this is the ads you need to be running at this much per day.
Right. Is it Poppy? It's not Poppy, is it?
No, it begins with an S.
Is it not Samcart? Okay.
And then you use.
But I can get you. We can get that information for you.
Yes. Yeah. Please let me know.
I have a young gentleman. He's 33 years old. Runs this for me. His name's Joey Kachera, and Joey walks and talks and breathes that kind of stuff. But he don't think of himself as a marketer. He thinks himself as a technologist. His undergraduate work was in economics.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so but his dad owns a site called Revival of Revenue,
Mhm.
and so they are doing marketing for that too. And so we do all that. We have four major pieces. One of those is Go High Level. The other three all integrate that stuff together, and then we put a lot of custom code around it to make it do its thing.
Got it. Okay. And we use Go High Level a lot. So everything that we do here is built off of Go High Level. So
So
I
we
bet
would
you should,
understand it. We would understand it, no problem. This is
yeah.
Revival of Revenue here.
Okay.
And it's a great website, and he's got great content. He's a former, well, you're never not a pastor, but he's an evangelist who built this matrix right here on how to show people how to start up in business. This thing is so hot. He's got literally hundreds of millionaires wanting to invest in this right now.
This reminds me of Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant.
Except it's 25 quadrants.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that. We've done a lot of work with Robert Kiyosaki as well. So I like everything that you have here. The marketing behind it could be a little bit better, as you said, right? And that's where we kind of are experts at. I also like what you are doing. Speaking from stage, you've got your book, and the goal of a book is to get more clients to get to your high ticket offers. So your high ticket offers, can you explain what are they? Are they coaching? Is
The
it
first thing is to have the book, which is we price it whatever we need to. I've got it at $19.97 right now.
okay?
I don't care what the price is because there ain't no money in books. Okay.
Yeah.
This
I would lower the price and use that as a lead generator.
right. And then the second
$4.95, and that way you get your leads in and you're good to
the
go.
leads are more valuable than the money I'd make on the book, without question.
Right.
So,
Yep.
second thing we do is I've got an idea to do about a 5 to 6 hour online course that they can buy,
Okay.
and we think it's worth $1,000, $997. But we're going to offer it initially for $397, and I could even do $297. I don't care about that either. The idea is to try to get them to a second level of thinking, and then from there close to ultimately a $9,997 event that's 5 days. And in that 5 days, it's like a mini MBA in franchising.
Okay. Will that be in person or online?
In person.
Okay. All right. So we do something very similar. So I take this book here. So this book, you've heard of Les Brown before. So Les Brown wrote the foreword to this book for me. So this book I sell between $4.95 and $7.95. So it's traditionally $7.95. If they say no to that, then it's $4.95. That then leads them to our webinar. The webinar sells our course. So the course on the same topic. The course is sold between $1,997, $2,997, $5,997. Now, the only difference between those, and let me share my screen and I'll show you what they look like. And this will hopefully give you some ideas as well. This is something that I've used over the last year.
And what I want you to hear is I'm not stuck on pricing. What I'm stuck on is getting results at the end of the thing. Now, I put them in a mastermind, by the way. They meet with me once a month for a year. So with their table, that was their group of 40 that's going through. So at a time, I've got a whole theory of why I'm doing that, and I'll share it with you another time. But the point is that I know that we will close 20 to 40 franchises out of every one of those events.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's what I want to get to. So your book is going to go to either your event. I mean, it can go to your coaching program or it can go to your course, right? So, they don't have to send in any particular order. We'll have people that come in and buy the book and they instantly go straight to our $25,000 coaching program. Right. So here's the course. So the course is at $1,997 for 6 months worth of access, $2,497 for a year's worth of access, and then $5,997 for lifetime access. This has worked the best because it allows us to get people in better at different price points. You might have someone who says, look, I want to run right through this thing and I want to just go in. I'm limited on funds, but this is where I'm at. Or you might have someone who says, I'm limited on time. and I want to make sure that I can go in and I can buy this course and I can go through it next year if I wanted to. I can go through it, 2 years if I wanted to. So this is what works really, really well for us. It allows us to have this net that catches everyone. So then the other thing is, so we have multiple coaching programs where coaching programs are $5,000, $12,000, $15,000, or $25,000. And those coaching programs, they're also used to, we use this book to get leads into those coaching programs. So this book right here is pretty much a catch-all for anything. It can drive people to the course, which I've sold, probably about $75 million worth of this course right here. It's called Kindle Cash Flow. Our coaching programs, we've done a couple of $1 million worth of sales in our coaching programs. And it's just staying singular and focused with that. We sell to a lot of doctors. We sell to a lot of attorneys, people who have book ideas, people who are looking to get their funnels out there, people who are looking to put together a digital course, and they just don't know where to start. And they know that this is the future. So they know that you can have much better returns with a digital course or some type of a digital product or some type of a coaching program than you can with real estate, right? You can have faster returns. You can have less overhead. You can have less headache. We have a ton of real estate properties that my wife manages. And I always look at the digital real estate that we have as a godsend because it's so much easier. The returns are so much higher. The returns are so much faster than our $1 million properties that we have that are out there and that we rent out on Vrbo or Airbnb and things like that. So I think that what you have and the niche that you're in, like the market that you're in, is prime for this because, as Edmund said, no one's doing it. Like no one is doing it either because they just don't have the know-how. Maybe they don't have the education that you have, the space that you have mentally, or they just don't know how to market it. So if you take what you have and you put it into that book that you have, but the book is just used for lead generation purposes only. We take it, we advertise it on Amazon. We take it, we advertise it on Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. And we use your book, I'm holding up your book here. We're using your book to get people directly into your coaching program, into your 5-day event. We increase the prices on your thing, right? $997 is great, meaning $9,997. It's a great starter point. You offer 2 payment plans of $5,000. That's worked really well for us. And the sky's the limit.
This is the cover, by the way, of the book.
Okay.
Well, what I want you to see was this system right here. I can tell this entire story off this one diagram. So, but what we're doing is we're replacing the old owner-operator idea that made franchising, $1 trillion business with now 3 people called the investor, the manager, and the operator. And we put them in a collaborative sharing agreement through what we call the IMO triad. This book is only 119 pages, and it tells them how to become a millionaire in 5 years or less.
Perfect.
With $100,000 investment one time.
Yeah.
That's that's the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One thing, Ty, I want you to know is the manager and operator, he also has a nonprofit to teach people that don't have the capital to be an investor, but they have the time. He marries them with the investor so that they can run and do the day-to-day, because the traditional franchises were selling a job. So you had to be the manager at the Subway and the owner until you hire, your family. But he's doing it to where the nonprofit is training people to become the managers and operators for the investors. So there's people that are literally just putting money in and getting money out without being the worker bees, if you will. And so,
yeah, we took the Chick-fil-A model, turboed it a little bit, and then made it for service-based industries as opposed to restaurants.
Right. I know a woman, a friend of mine up in Connecticut, back in Connecticut, who owned 2 McDonald's. 2 McDonald's. One of them was in a high traffic area, and she was barely making it.
Oh no, and my book destroys McDonald's.
Yeah.
They're a beautiful story. But that story has come and gone now. That's a 1955 story that isn't a 21st century idea.
Yeah.
And so, no, it don't move fast enough. I like in what we're doing. And one last thing from a marketing perspective, I think that this has some sizzle to it.
Yeah.
When computers first came out, they were CPUs.
Yeah.
And then when we got into AI, those were GPUs. And next year, it's finally going to become mainstream. They've been out for a while, but it's going to become mainstream. It's what's called QPUs. Well, I have designed an exponential way to launch businesses, and this is not just hype. I mean, it's real. Okay. And so what happens is the old owner operator was the first stage. That was the McDonald thing. The second stage was, when franchising had its explosion and you could own multiple brands at a time. But now I show them how to make money on the money. And they've never figured out how to do that. And that's the exponential part. We call it the magic of compounding businesses. But so literally you can be an investor and never touch the franchise in my strategy.
Which is what people want. That's attractive.
Which is exactly what people want. They want to be what they call pactive, passively active.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really want to ever touch it. They just want the cash flow. And in the third year, I can demonstrate over 100% cash flow, meaning if you put 100,000 in, you'll be netting more than 100,000 a year in cash flow, and the business will be paid for.
And you own the business.
It's completely paid for. And you're just sitting there. It's just an oil well pumping money to you now.
Yeah.
You don't work at it. You don't do anything. You get your check.
Yeah.
That's all you're interested in.
That's
so
where
I'm meeting with some, I've met with two different interesting people, just so you know. One of them is a securities attorney that really understands how to make possibly this idea work so the investors can even be certain that they're better taken care of than even I say. And the second is there's a company called firstblock.io, which is a big investment banking firm that has joined together, I don't know, like 100 of these investment banking firms. And they tell me that their first round for me would be $100 million.
Yeah, I believe it.
And so to raise capital to be the investor, they love this strategy so that they're willing to step up with $100 million out the gate.
So is that the direction? Why are you not going in that direction?
I am going to go in that direction, but I feel, look, I'm not wanting to be so much in the portfolio business. I'm 70. I want to give back. I really am at that. I don't have to make a lot of money right now. And so, but I do want to get paid for what I do. Don't get me wrong about that. But I don't have to make a lot of money. So I get to choose what I do.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. Look, I wouldn't have guessed that you're 70. I hope I look as good as you are when I get your age.
Well,
I'm older than both of y'all.
Yeah, there you go. So I would not have guessed that. I'm 53, so I don't got much longer to go. But Robert, what's it sounds like to me the biggest issue is marketing and getting enough lead flow to what it is that you're doing, and that's what
it's a problem in the industry at large. They're spending $150 million a year right now to sell 15,000 units, and it's because what they're selling isn't all that great. Mm-hmm. But the point is that if we solve that problem, that's a whole nother opportunity, right? But I'm just saying that. But I think the way to solve it is to get these higher, at least initially, is get these higher grade franchises that perform. There's just, you can't hardly mess them up. They're so good, okay? And then, you have to really be determined to mess them up. Mm-hmm. And so if you do that and get the success of that, then the whole world will be the path to your door because you're producing success. And I'm telling you, they're spending on average right now, the cost per conversion in franchising is right around almost $8,000.
That is to acquire a customer who's interested in buying the franchise.
And so what they're doing is the portals are generating leads right now. And they brag that 1 in 250 converts.
Oh
shoot, man, I ain't got enough time. I don't have enough time to talk to that many people.
Yeah. So the way that we would do it is we set it up so that it's automated, so that it's not one-on-one, it's one-to-many, right? So when we do our group coaching, it's one-to-many. I did one-on-one 20 years ago, one time, hated it, and said I'd never do it again. So
I don't
now
want to do one-on-one
it's
either.
one to many.
Because you get a room full of people, half of them aren't listening, the other half might do something, but the top 10 or 20% will do something. And that's all you need really to make it work.
Yeah. And then those people become your champions. They go in and they'll start to champion for you and they bring other people in. That 1%, that 2%, they'll go in and get other people in. So I think that what you have here, if we go in and we sit down and we look at a way to use the same processes that I'm using right now to sell people into digital publishing, right? But to sell them into your franchising model, it's unlimited. And the amount of money that can be made is unlimited as well. And the speed to getting there is unlimited. The processes are simple. It's book as an option, right? And then it's webinar as an option. And then both of those things work together to send people to your coaching program, to send people to your live event. Those are things that we've done over and over and over again, thousands of times to get tons of people into our events and into our.
I don't know if it's my credibility, my charisma, or just I'm fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I can hold a crowd pretty good. I'm pretty good at that.
I got that.
But I also know that they're much better public speakers than me.
Well, no, so nowadays, here's what happens. So are you okay with being in the marketing material?
Oh, sure.
Okay. You're okay with being on video? You're okay with
about running for president. After that, you can do anything.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. So the way that marketing works now is we need you as a spokesperson, but then we need 70 other people that we use in our marketing. So we need the young black guy, we need the young white guy, we need the young Spanish guy, we need the young woman, we need the 45-year-old.
I agree with all of it.
Right?
I agree with that principle 100%.
Because that's how we're going to get as many people as possible. And that's what people miss out on. They think that they understand their ideal target market, and they think that their target market is in this lane right here. And in actuality, it's
wider, much wider. Yeah.
It's everyone. Because you never know who has the money, you never know who has the interest, you never know who has access to the funds.
And I got the money begging to match up with the managers and the operators. So it's not like we're even short on money. It's just getting this new idea out there. Mm-hmm. And look, I'm good at coming up with new ideas. I'm good at designing the businesses to make them into reality. I suck at the rest of it. Okay. And so I admit that. There's no need in me pretending that I'm everything to everybody, because I'm not.
So let's do this. When you get back from your cruise, I want to get in and I want to interview you for an hour. Off of that one interview right there for an hour, maybe about 90 minutes, I'll have enough that I can take it to my team. We put together an entire marketing package that will allow us to start grabbing people and pulling them in.
All right. Fair enough. I'll do that.
All right. Where are you going on your cruise?
We're going Eastern Caribbean down to Dominica and then back up. So 11 days on Holland, America.
How many years?
Oh, no, we've been married 5 months.
5 months. Nice. Okay. Well,
yeah,
she's not his first rodeo though.
It's not my first rodeo, but this is my final rodeo, and yeah, she's younger than I am, as you might imagine. She's 56 and 57 now. She just turned 57. And but no, we believe that we were a divine appointment. So we're very comfortable with each other.
That's really good. So you only get one life, Robert. My theory is you get one life and you live it to a way that's going to bring you the most fulfillment. And that's also going to not harm anyone else, right? So it seems like that's where you're at, man. You find this thing that fits for you, this person that fits for you. And it is, you live it to the limit, which is what it sounds like you're doing. So I like that.
I am living it to live. We've been going so fast, we couldn't slow down till now to go on our honeymoon. So
they came down here and hung out with me, man. She's an amazing woman. My wife cooked dinner for them and everything. I had them over to the house. I've been to his house for 2 nights, and they hosted me recently. Yeah. And he sat down. We just had days of whiteboard sessions, and he's literally doing formula after formula. I see people talk about they've done this. I saw the accolades, the military. I saw everything. I saw all the awards. Okay. Let me do this. I saw all the awards. Sorry, can you hear me? You got me?
I got you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I said I had him over at
Yeah.
dinner, and I've been at
That
his
helps.
house
So
for dinner. I know
Ty,
he has to leave. Here we go. When you get back, it's not many days before Christmas. So which one of these days would work best?
well, if he wants to do it before Christmas, anytime, I'm back. I'm back sometime in the late afternoon on the 20th. So reality, the 22nd, I could
Okay.
do something,
Okay. And
or we can
I'm
do
good.
it, or we can do it between the holidays if you want to.
Yeah, I'm good any day except for Tuesdays.
You want to
So
try that
I
Monday?
batch all of my team meetings on Tuesdays
Yeah,
just to
let
get
me
them
look
out
at
of the way.
let me just make sure what somebody might have booked me for that I haven't paid attention to this morning. Because see, I let people book my calendar, and I've learned that's good and that's bad.
Okay. And ideally, Edmund, if we could do a Wednesday or
Okay.
a Friday, that would be best. A Wednesday or a Friday.
Well, I can do either. I'm sure I can do either one of those. I just
That's the
can't seem to get out of the
24th. I
screen
don't know
here.
if y'all are gonna get in trouble. Now, the 24th, y'all want to play around with that, or the 26th might be,
Yeah,
or do you
26th,
want?
I think the 26th is probably the best one.
yeah, we'll do the 26th. Yeah.
Let
Okay.
me see here. Get to this thing.
That way we don't screw with Edmund with Robert's 5 month streak already.
Yeah, we don't want to get him in trouble on the first Christmas. That'll be tough.
That would be
All right,
bad.
the
Probably still gonna get.
26th right now, other than 11 o'clock, I'm wide open. So
Okay.
that's Central Time. So just you're on Eastern, I believe, right?
I am. And
So
let me
just
just
give me a time. Do you want to be face to face, or do we do it by Zoom?
No, we could do it. We could do Zoom. Zoom is perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So um, just tell me what time works for you then, and we'll make it happen.
All right, so let me just check one thing to make sure that I don't have anything on the 26th, which I'm sure I don't, but I just want to make sure
And
that we
and
don't
Ty,
have.
you don't need me on that. Do you? It's just one on one, right?
Yeah, it'll be one-on-one. You're free to join us if you want to, but
I might listen in. I'll be with my mom and driving to Mississippi, so I'll just listen
no,
in. No,
spend that time.
yeah.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, so that works. The
So how about we
26th
put
at
each other's
11
email in
a.m.
there, and I'll let
Yeah,
you send the invite out, Ty. I'll send the email addresses now.
that's perfect. So 11 a.m.
Noon
Eastern.
your time for an hour, Ty, is the only thing I don't have available on that Friday at noon. But other than that, I've got a CEO of a franchise that I'm talking to scheduled at that time. Other than that, I'm wide open that day, so you can pick any time you'd like.
Okay, so Friday the 26th, you said you have a call at 12?
12 your time, right?
12 my time. Gotcha. Okay. So let's do 10 a.m. How about if we do 10 a.m.? That'll give us a 2 hour window.
Okay, and that's 9 my time, so that's perfect. Okay.
Yep. And that way we'll be done within 90 minutes max. I'm thinking an hour, but 90 minutes max. All right. And Edmund, are you able to text me his email address?
I just put it in the chat, but I could text it too.
Oh, you have it in the chat. Okay. Boom.
Yeah,
I got it.
I'm
Perfect.
pretty quick with it, man. I go pretty
I
fast with it.
see.
Oh, let me tell you another thing that he didn't mention. That could be just some room, for thought. Um, you don't have to be licensed to get referral commissions for someone selling a franchise. Um, and it just needs to be someone that has the license. So I would be the person like selling from his team. But let's say you referred somebody that might end up being, they buy a franchise, you get a $5,000 on the back end after all the other stuff.
Mhm.
You can get some nice commissions that's something that can be worked out between you two. But I'm just saying it's not like real estate where you can't get a kickback. You can actually with franchising.
Is that pretty standard? Is that across the board?
It's pretty standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Five,
right.
depending on the deal. Well, what you find is people that want to sell the leads at a pretty good price and just sell you leads, or they want to do some kind of homogenized deal, whatever the deal is. I'm open to whatever makes everybody happy. That's what I'm about.
Got it. Okay, perfect. And Robert, I know that you have to run, but really quickly, I'm going to explain a little bit more about one of the services that we offer. And what we do is Edmund, I'm going to give you my Gmail. So it's going to be cointie
And then
at
Robert, if you want to
gmail.com.
switch to your phone so you can start moving and just listen.
I've got. I think we're going to be done probably 5 minutes, Ty.
Five,
Okay,
4
let's do it.
minutes. So one of the things that we do is we also build out digital courses. So I know that you mentioned that you had your course. So we go in, we'll do all the research to make sure that it's a high value, high demand niche or industry that you're getting in, and we build out the entire course. So all the training material, so that it's sellable, so it's totally turnkey. But not only do we build out the course, but we build out the entire marketing platform. So the opt-in page so that you can go in and you can collect leads and names and email addresses and phone numbers, and then the sales page that they would buy from, and then the order page that they would actually place that order on, and then the thank you page, and then the members area where they go in and they actually access and consume your course. So in addition to that, we also build out what's known as a lead magnet. So that's that freebie that you're giving them. You're kind of bribing them to get their name, their email address, their phone number. And then we set up all of the communication in between that as well. So Edmund, this might not be something that you have heard on the event, but we set up all of the communication. So when someone comes in and they opt in, they give you their name, email, phone number. We set up all of the marketing messages. So all the emails and the sequences that will go out that lead them back to your course so that they can purchase your course. Same as when they actually buy the course. So we set up all of the marketing material. So after they buy the course, we set up all the emails that get them to actually consume the course. So that makes it much more likely that they now go and get results and they tell other people, and then they buy other courses that you might have. They buy your coaching program. That's how we've been able to do so well. It's by getting people to buy our low ticket courses. When I say low ticket, it could be something as inexpensive as $47, $97. And then those courses will lead them to our $2,000 courses, our $5,000 coaching, the $15,000, $25,000 coaching, and then our events. We just did a 7-day event, which Edmund was on. And that's it. So in a nutshell, that process has worked for me over and over and over and over again, hundreds of times like clockwork. We now have it well oiled and very repeatable.
Well, I think we got a lot to talk about. I look forward to it right after Christmas then. And I'm going to now get myself out of hot water, go get on an airplane and go for 11 days to the Caribbean. But I'll be back. I'll be fresh in you by the 26th, so we can talk at great length there for that hour and a half that you got set aside, or 2 hours if it takes it.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Hey, good meeting you, Edmund. Thank you. And both of you guys, okay. If I don't talk to Edmund, I'm sure I'll talk to you. But you both have a great
stay on for a second.
All right, all right, stay well.
God bless you. Take care. All right, bye-bye.
I got you. Okay.
I'm going to see you guys. All right, take care.
All right, bye-bye.